Lately, have you found yourself daydreaming about whether it's possible to change your life in 4 months? After all, your plan for 2023 was to make sure that the way you end the year wasn't the way you started the year. You wanted to crush those goals. You wanted to make money online. You wanted to start a new skill. You wanted to improve your life, even by a little bit. But as the days pass by and the weeks pass by and the months pass by, you're now looking at your life and wondering, what did I achieve in 2023? Is it possible for me to still continue down this rabbit hole of trying to achieve my goals, or should I just give up the goose? Is it possible for me to change my life in 4 months? Well, I've got good news for you. Yes, it is absolutely possible. Even though you've got 4 months left, that does not mean that it isn't possible for you to achieve your goals and dreams. After all, it takes 60 to 90 days for a new habit to form, right? So, keeping that in mind, right, you can change your life in 4 months. What you do need is a strategy, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hi, my name is Vanessa, and welcome back to the channel. So let's jump right into it. But if you haven't, please like, please subscribe so that you're always notified whenever a new video comes out. Now, the first thing you gotta do is you gotta think big. But now here's the trick, right? You gotta think big, but you gotta act small. What this means is you gotta have a vision for your life, where you want your life to go in, whether it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? You gotta think about the big picture. What do you want your life to look like in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, right? And once you do that, you at least have a big milestone. And then once you figure that out, you got to start with your why, your purpose, the reason why you're doing this, what you want out of life, your purpose, right? And I get it. A lot of people say, but I don't know what my purpose is. I have no idea what I want to do. And what I always say to those people is, I get it. I was where you are right now. A few years ago, if you asked me what my purpose was, I had absolutely no idea. I did not know anything. But I found a trick that could help you out. I started asking myself, what would I do if I could do for free? Like, even if I didn't get paid, what would I be happy doing? And that was when I started hearing the bells ringing, and eureka, I had figured it out. I realized my purpose was helping inspire people. My purpose was writing. My purpose was basically going on YouTube and doing these things. And once you figure that out, it's so easy for you to not only focus on where you want to go, but actually be willing to go there, okay? Now, once we've got number one right there, we go to number two, okay? You gotta look forward, right? The look forward mentality. What this basically means is, often as human beings, we're so used to looking back, right? We literally go, what's behind me, you know? And that's the thing though, you can't look back. Your mistakes, the flaws you made, every single thing that happened in your past that you didn't get right? Whatever fumbles you made, don't look back. Because the more you look back, the more you focus on looking back. The more you focus on looking back, the harder it is to look forward. Because you're always saying, oh, but I made this mistake 2 years ago. Oh, but I did this 3 years ago. Oh, but this happened and I couldn't get to where I want to go. Your past does not define you, okay? Your future is the one that will define you on who you become and what you do in your life. So you got to focus on where you want to go. Now, this look forward mentality is a great way to fix your eyes on the prize. Okay. Well, now we go number three. Number three is my favorite, and I figured this out a few years ago. It's called the flipping it sideways method. Now, what this basically means is that for everything, there's always a solution, but you won't see that solution if you don't look on the opposite end. Okay, I've got a little demonstration for you. So you got this coin, right? Now, obviously, when you see this coin, you just see the front side of it. But what happens when you see the back? The back always has a figure. The back always has a saying behind it, right? So in the front, it could be $1 to whatever, a few cents, whatever it is. But when you flip it sideways, you then figure something out that you didn't figure before. You figure out who was the coin inspired by, okay? Now, that's basically what the flipping it sideways mentality is. Now, I'll give you another illustration. For every problem, there's always a solution. Another example that I can give you is a book, right? When you walk into a bookstore and you look at the front cover of a book. Now, the book will have the name of the book on the front cover, right? But when you flip it sideways, the back is when you get the full story of what the book is about. Now, so the flipping it sideways method can be used with everything. It can be used with any problem you have. It could be used with any decision you want to make. Look at it sideways. Look at it from the other perspective. Change the way you view something. Change your perspective. Change the way you look at something. Don't always look at something on the surface level, but change to look also at the back, because then you figure it out. You figure out what is underneath the surface. Okay, now we go to number 4. Number 4 is all about improving your skills. Now, if you want the rest of your 2023 right and in a bang, then you gotta improve your skills. You gotta incorporate new skills. You gotta learn new skills. You gotta develop the way you look at the world. And once you do that, you can then add more income streams, which basically is like fixing your problem, not only from one point of view, but from the other point of view. So let's say you've got a financial issue, right? Now, if you learn something like affiliate marketing, if you learn something like digital marketing, if you learn something like, I don't know, how to edit videos, you can then take that skill, right, and then figure out how to make money from it. You could start a course on how to edit videos on places like Udemy, where you don't have to pay for anything. You could go onto places like Fiverr and Upwork, where you basically promote yourself and say, hey, I can help you with A, B, C, D. There's so many avenues that you could take. Often we're so focused on, I don't know how to make money, right? I don't have enough money. I am struggling to pay the bills and all that. And those are all legitimate reasons. But when you get a new skill, when you improve on something, things start changing for you, because the more you know, the more you're in the how. And the more you're in the how, the better it is for you in terms of making money online, in terms of you promoting yourself, in terms of getting a new job, in terms of changing the way you look at everything in your life. I'm telling you, that will literally change your life. Okay, now the last one. Now this one is pretty much important because it encompasses everything. All right, so number 5, think like an artist. Okay, think like an artist basically means that you gotta get in the habit of creating art, creating graphics, creating anything that is artistic, right? Or even picking up an instrument, picking up pottery classes, picking up archery, or learning how to become a professional writer. What this does is, when you do something that is where your brain is being on, like it lights up certain parts of your brain that aren't used often, it's so easy for you to come up with solutions, because the best people, right, the people who come up with the solutions are the most creative people. Now, the reason why it's difficult for you to come up with solutions to your problems is because you're not using that area, right? You're not trying to improve your skill on getting creative, getting the ability to look outside your comfort zone and to look outside the gray areas. So this is why it's so important for you to create. It's so important for you to do activities that are going to light up the area, that's going to help you become more creative, but also is going to help you become a world-class professional problem solver. All right, so that's all for today. Now, I know that's a lot, but listen, one thing I want you to take away with: improve. Like, focus on one thing, right? Focus on one thing the first month. Say you want to learn a new skill. Spend your whole time focusing on learning that one skill, whether it is digital marketing, whether it is video editing, whether it is writing or graphic design or affiliate marketing, whatever it is, right? Spend 1 month focusing on developing one particular skill. And also, then the other months you can focus on getting a bigger picture. You can learn something new. You can pick up these new methods like flipping it sideways or even the looking forward method. But when you spend each month, right, on an individual thing, by the end of this year, you'll be surprised at how much you've grown. You'll be surprised at how much you can achieve. You'll be surprised at how motivated you are for 2024. Okay, Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't, please like, please subscribe so that you're always notified whenever a new video comes out. Thank you, bye.